Undefeated and nationally ranked in the top 10, USC is said to be in danger of getting into a shootout Saturday night with Fresno State. Maybe. I'm not so sure. I'm James of Faithful Angelino Sports. I'm on the road. I'm in a Fleabag hotel. Let's talk Trojans preview. If you like the content that we put out, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We do talk Trojans football here. So I'm watching the networks and their previews, you know, the whole, hey, what to watch for thing with USC and Fresno State, ESPN and Fox Sports specifically. And they see Bulldogs quarterback Jake Haener and they just rave. Oh my God, he's so gritty, he's so productive. And yeah, there is some truth to that, honestly. The Bulldogs ranked 9th in the nation in pass offense. The skill across that unit is legit, maybe even more so. Maybe even more so than the days of Derek Carr and Devontae Adams. I mean, you have Jalen Cooper, a wide receiver who definitely projects as an NFL slot receiver. They also like their tight end, Raymond Ponwells Jr. They have a running back, Jordan Mims, rushed for damn near 800 yards last year. And they do play with a chip on their shoulder, too. And, you know, that whole, oh, you think you're better than me kind of attitude that you would expect. And of course you expect it, because it's Fresno. I was born in San Bernardino. I understand that mentality. And they definitely take it to the field. If you think about it, last year, Fresno State defeated UCLA after UCLA was, oh my God, UCLA just beat LSU. Then they go out and they faceplant to Fresno State 40-37. So I understand why people think that Fresno State could be an issue. But in what should surely be a high-scoring game, and by the way, the last 4 times that the Trojans and Fresno State have met, it's averaged 69 points a game, so the scoreboard is going to light up. I'm going to tell you that the difference in this game is going to be what you don't see tonight. If you do not see what I'm about to describe, USC is going to win. And it may not be with the ease that they defeated Rice, but it will be somewhat comfortably. Sacks. The Bulldogs have only 3 this year, 3 sacks. Do you see this team corralling USC quarterback Caleb Williams? Because I don't. I mean, I look at the advanced stats. I've been looking them up. I went to Pro Football Focus. If Williams has a clean pocket, he completes 87.5% of his passes this year. What if Fresno State decides to blitz, but they don't get to Williams? Oh my God, it just drops like a rock. It's 80% now. So it's clear to me that Fresno State, to win, they have to hit Williams. But they just don't have the capability of doing it. They have only 3 sacks. Another thing that the Trojans would win if you don't see. Recall the lack of discipline in the Clay Helton era, those empty-headed penalties, the false starts, the illegal formations, you know, the delay of game. Do you know that USC has run 121 offensive plays so far this year and have been flagged once for those ticky-tack 5-yard penalties that ruin drives? Fresno State has been flagged 5 times alone for Fall State in their loss last week to Oregon State. So I appreciate the people who are saying, well, Fresno State is going to light up USC's defense. USC's defense is subpar. And I agree, that could hurt the Trojans. Fresno State hasn't turned the ball over. The Trojans' defense has generated 8. So we still don't know if that's sustainable. It's probably not. 4 turnovers a game? I don't think that's sustainable. We still don't even have a settled defensive line for the Trojans. But I do recall specifically the 2019 game between the Trojans and Fresno State. USC under Clay Helton was at their mistake-prone worst. I was in the Coliseum that night. I saw them get flagged on the opening kickoff because 2 Trojans wore the same jersey number. They had all offseason to figure out what player was going to wear what number, and Clay Helton's crew still couldn't get that part of the game right. I also remember it was the debut of the air raid with Graham Harrell. Brand new offense. Quarterback JT Daniels is a sophomore. He doesn't necessarily know everything going on in the playbook. And that's how the poor guy got his leg snapped like a twig. There was going to be a jailbreak blitz. He didn't know how to signal out of it. The coaches on the USC sideline were too dumb to call timeout to save his life. Now where is he? I know he went to Georgia. I think he's in West Virginia now. So no. You're trying to tell me that Fresno State, which, by the way, lost that game to USC. USC was at its mistake-prone worst and still won 31-23. So now you're going to tell me, ESPN, Fox Sports, now you're going to tell me that a more talented USC, a more disciplined USC is in trouble to Fresno State. No, I don't buy it. Now, I'm not going to tell you to bet. I'm not going to make a final score projection. But USC is the clear favorite, and they should be. Now, if you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelinos. Like I said, we talk USC football here. Thanks for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow. Faithful Angelinos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. Take care.